Maybe. Hi, Sanjog.
Hello, Vivek. How are you?
Nice, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, we'll wait for a couple of minutes for people to join.
New time zone in which we are doing a webinar.
Yeah, some new audiences today. Good to see.
Yep.
So, welcome everyone who has joined till now. We'll be waiting another couple of minutes maybe to let people join. So, today's webinar will focus on how you can amplify your sales process with Salesforce cadences and other associated features that come with Salesforce engagement, sales engagement. Uh, we'll be starting the webinar in a bit. We'll wait for a few people more to join. So I have with me Mr. Vivek Singh, who is Salesforce architect and CTO of CloudCache Consulting. Welcome, Vivek.
You.
And I'm Sanjog Kaude, Salesforce consultant of CloudCache Consulting.
Mhm.
So it's 9 o'clock sharp now. Maybe we'll give another couple of minutes for people to join.
Yeah, let's just give like a minute.
So welcome everyone who has joined. We'll be starting in a minute. We'll let others join. We'll be learning about Salesforce sales engagement today, how Salesforce sales engagement will help amplify your sales process. Specifically, we'll be focusing on Salesforce Cadence. This will help you align your follow-ups, time your follow-ups. This will help you automate your follow-ups with your pipeline. And it's wonderful to have you on Thursday evening India time, morning in the European and Western time. So, everybody, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to this webinar titled Amplify Your Sales Process with Salesforce Cadence. I have with me Mr. Vivek Singh, Salesforce Architect and CTO of CloudCache Consulting, and I am Sanjog Kaude, Salesforce Consultant of CloudCache Consulting. So, I welcome you all. We'll wait a minute for others to join.
Let's get started.
Yep. So again, I welcome you all who have taken time from their busy schedules to join us in this webinar titled Salesforce Amplify Your Sales Process with Salesforce Cadences. We'll be learning how Salesforce's sales engagement feature will help you automate your sales process and make it more efficient to close deals better and to close the conversion time of your pipeline to reduce it and make it more efficient. So, yeah, we have with us Mr. Vivek Singh, Salesforce Architect and CTO of CloudCache Consulting, and I am Sanjog Kaude, Salesforce Consultant of CloudCache Consulting. So before we start, some ground rules I'd like to base down in here. Please put all your questions in the Q&A box. We will answer all of them by the end. If you can't see the screen or hear us at any point, please let us know in the chat box or in the Q&A box. A quick solution here whenever you can't see us or can't hear us will be to probably just close the webinar once and rejoin again. that many a times solves all your issues. And following the webinar, a recording will be sent to you on your emails. So the agenda for today's webinar is very simple. We'll be learning sales engagement features, specifically Salesforce Cadences. As the title suggests, we'll give you a short introduction of CloudCache Consulting. We'll understand how sales engagement, which was previously called high velocity sales, is built in inside Salesforce to help us with our requirements regarding the sales vertical. We'll have a live demo of building a sales engagement cadence in Salesforce. We will show you how you can build your Salesforce cadences inside Salesforce. We'll look at something called as Einstein Activity Capture, which helps you keep all your emails at one place inside Salesforce, be it outbound emails or inbound emails. Einstein Activity Capture will help you store them inside Salesforce. We'll have some use cases of how to use Salesforce cadences, Salesforce sales engagement feature. We'll see some of the use cases. In the end, we'll have some Q&A session, and we'll end with a closing remark and feedback from your side. So I believe this is the time to poll. So we have our first poll, which will be visible to you on your screen in a minute. Please mark an appropriate answer that you feel is right according to you. We'll have a
Yeah.
poll one in a minute. So here it is. What is your biggest challenge in sales engagement? Is it managing multiple touch points, automating follow-ups, tracking sales rep activity, or aligning sales and marketing efforts? What among these four options that are visible on screen is the biggest challenge in sales engagement that you face? Please mark a correct answer. We'll probably wait another 10 seconds. I hope you have marked
Yep.
your correct answer. Maybe we'll wait another 5 seconds before we show you the results.
Yeah, I think most of the people have answered.
Yep.
So we have a pretty good mix. Managing multiple touch points, 50%, which is what I think the webinar will be very helpful, because this is what we are going to cover today. Automating follow-ups, tracking sales rep activity, and assigning sales and marketing efforts. So having full 17% each. So yeah, I think the webinar will be very helpful.
Right.
I'm
So,
just sharing the results.
yep. So, like Vivek said, 50% of the people have answered managing multiple touch points. Yeah, it becomes hectic at times to follow up with those multiple touch points, multiple layers of communication, to keep all those communication channels at one place, to have a combined history of the entire communication with a specific lead or with a particular person. Then automating these follow-ups, tracking sales rep activities, multiple sales reps working in tandem to win the deals, aligning sales and marketing efforts where sales team and the marketing team have different requirements, different targets of theirs. So aligning their activity, woof, too much work. But yeah, we'll get to know how to make that more efficient with Salesforce sales engagement today. So now I'll like to call on Mr. Vivek Singh to take over and give us a brief intro of what CloudCache Consulting exactly is and what it does. So, Mr. Vivek, please
Thank
take
you.
over.
Thanks, Sanjay.
Yeah.
So, hi guys, this is Vivek. I have around 14 years of experience in Salesforce, Salesforce architect, and a CTO of CloudCache Consulting and one of the founders. We just became Salesforce Summit partner, and we, as a firm, like we do a lot of consulting and development work around Salesforce with customers around the globe. We have a good team of 35 plus seasoned Salesforce experts who are working to deliver on different types of projects in this Salesforce community. We have our offices in UK and US as well. And yeah, so basically being a summit partner, it's a great opportunity for us to take this forward, this journey. Sanjog, if you can move the slide.
Yeah.
So this is our key values, and which our logo also depict like commitment, communication, and cooperation is our key to success. And this is the value on which we continue to work. And yeah, if you keep moving the slides, Sanjog, I won't take much time. I will quickly move. So these are some of our services. Like we have a quick start packages for small businesses. We do consulting, integration, implementation work, and Salesforce support as well for the customers. These are some of the industries. It's more than that. But yeah, these are some of the main industries in which we work on. We have real estate, manufacturing, banking and finance, technology, logistics. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to add that we are doing pretty good work in the non-profit sector as well, and we have recently started working on Agentforce, which is a new tool of Salesforce, totally dealing with AI and associated features. So yeah, we also deal with non-profit cloud and Agentforce as well.
Right. Yeah, these are some of our clients. They are like around the globe. Okay, so let's come to the second poll. Poll two. So you
So
should
the
be able to,
questions,
yeah.
yeah, the questions are on your screen. We have two questions in here. The first one will be, how familiar are you with Salesforce sales engagement, which was formerly called high velocity sales? Very familiar, somewhat familiar, heard of it but never used it, not familiar at all. So this is the target audience that we are looking at. We just want to know what mix of audience we have today in the webinar. And the second question is, what is your biggest challenge with activity tracking in Salesforce? So is it manual data entry, lack of visibility into sales rep activities, integration with email and calendar, and ensuring accurate reporting? So please mark whatever answer you feel is right according to you. Please mark both the answers to both the questions. Vivek, according to you, uh, uh, based on your industry experience for so many years running CloudCache, what do you think? What was a proper pain point for you whenever you were dealing with the sales process on this side of the scenario, handling business side of the scenario? What was the pain point in the sales process according to you?
Yeah. So I think in the sales process, like if you ask any person who is doing the sales and using any CRM, I think the main challenge is like you have to make sure you're doing a follow-up, right? So, and if earlier, like what people used to do, like they do an automation, like somewhat like creating some fields and then automating the system to do a follow, but that's not very effective. So you need like a series of follow-ups. It's not like one follow-up will give you the result. Until you do like a series of follow-ups, uh, you will not get results. Sometimes a customer can just say, "Hey, just follow up with me in this quarter. Currently, we do not have. We will be looking, but currently we are not having any project." Just an example, right? So if you automate this series of follow-ups and you can see like what happened on a particular lead or a contact, and you're able to find everything, and at the end of the day, if all these insights can gather to a decision or a data points which help you to understand like what went wrong or what yielded the results. So that is what you will be looking for. And it takes a lot of work from your sales people like who are working. They can focus more on other things than
Right,
remembering like sending an email, which basically a system can do. And
right,
with the
right.
help of AI and all, it helps you. I will cover that. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
right.
perspective.
So according to Vivek, it's just the follow-ups. The cold calling may be the continuous follow-ups that is more painful. And here we have the results of the poll. So we have a pretty decent mix, exact 50% mix of somewhat familiar and heard of it but never used it. Nice to hear. The second question has a proper mix where manual data entry is the biggest challenge for some, but most of the people see that ensuring accurate reporting is a proper challenge, along with integration with email and calendar, and lack of visibility into sales rep activities is the problem for a few. So, good to know. Let's move forward. Yep.
Okay.
Vivek, will you like to take this?
Yeah. Yeah. So continuing to what I just said. So basically the sales engagement, like, so essentially what is sales engagement, right? So you can imagine like a sequence of sales activities which you need to perform on your lead or a prospect to effectively aim to accelerate the sales process, right? So basically, you might have to call them. Let's say they send an email and they ask you to call, and you need to call them. And then if they do not pick a call, probably you have to set a reminder for calling them again, right? So you need to have that sequence of activities, which will actually end of the day will give you the result, right? So, and then with this, you get the insight of the data, and this with predefined workflow will ensure that you have timely interaction with your potential customer, right? So basically, if you see a sales cadence will have like uh, four key things which you have to keep in mind. Uh, One is like how do you optimize your prospect outreach, right? So for that, you need to have structured sequences, you need to have automation, uh, and you should be able to do a lead scoring, right? So, and then there should be data-driven insights with all this what you are doing. So if you automate all your touch points, such as emails, calls, maybe social media interactions, right? Uh, that will take a lot of load from your sales rep who can focus on more other things. And it will automate, and you can automate the repetitive tasks like follow-up emails, right? So basically, let's say you did a follow-up and you did not get a response. So you can check that in the system that you did not get a response, and you do a third follow-up in a business hours, the next follow-up. So that way you can schedule your follow-ups. So that saves a lot of time. You do not have to remember that and send an email for follow-up. The system is automatically doing it, and probably the follow-up is also driven by the with your data insights, like with the help of AI, you can write a better emails.
Right.
So, and then you can also do like a lead scoring is also important to rank your leads and ensure that the sales efforts are directed towards the most promising prospect, right? So you will have your, I would say, ideal customer profile whom you would like to target. And this will help you to see like you are targeting the right leads according to your ICP, like whatever you define, and then you're not wasting time on some lead, which is probably not a good one for you.
Right. The second
So
and third, sorry to
yeah,
interrupt you. The second and third point here is more interesting. For instance, I was just visualizing if there was a room for just one call to try and convert a customer, it better be better be somebody who has more probability of getting converted than somebody who will not probably get converted how much ever we may try. So the lead scoring will tell you which lead or which prospective customer is more likely to get converted, and it will let you know with the help of those lead scores or opportunity scores, and also the work queue, which will let you know based on those scoring which customers, which prospective customers of yours are more likely to get converted, and hence these people are better to be targeted first. Yeah, please, Vivek, continue.
so with the help of this sales engagement, basically your efficiency is going to increase. You have a faster sales cycle, and you have a better productivity from your sales rep, right? So because they can focus on more other proper work. So I just also want to touch upon, as you know, like this tool was earlier named as high velocity sales and then renamed to sales engagement. And this is out of the box available in unlimited and unlimited edition. And I guess in uh, yeah, performance edition, I guess. Yeah. And but if you need to use this product in any other platform, you have to take additional cost and get it licensed from Salesforce. For example, in enterprise edition, you have to get the license and use the product. So yeah, I think over to you, Sanjog. So I think
Yep.
it's better to now see it in action, like how do we set up and yeah, let do some learning.
Right. Yeah. So what we see on screen right now is the sales engagement app. Once you have a proper licensed version or you have access to the sales engagement features, you will be able to access the sales engagement app. And this is how the basic UI of sales engagement looks. Don't be disheartened. We'll be showing you the demo, but this is just the basic UI of sales engagement. We have the work queues here where your priority leads will be sorted right at the top. So you'll know you need to take care of these leads first. This is the sales engagement component where you'll be able to see the different kinds of touches that you've had with this prospective customer or a contact or a lead. This is what we were talking about, the lead scoring or opportunity scoring or Einstein scoring to be precise. So this score tells you what exactly is the probability of this prospective customer to get converted into a confirmed customer. So this is how a basic UI of sales engagement looks. And what are the benefits of sales engagement? Vivek has given us a proper brief intro and insight on what sales engagement actually helps us with and how it is useful to the sales reps. But just to keep it on record, it scales with your needs. So even if your business multiplies rapidly, even if the velocity of the incoming pipeline, incoming leads is higher every month, every quarter, sales engagement is able to cope with that, and you do not need to do anything different. Even if your pipeline is being scaled rapidly, it simplifies onboarding of new reps onto a single platform. So the UI is so simple that even if you onboard new sales reps, they are able to learn how to deal with sales engagement pretty quickly. So the UI is very simple and it helps you see what engagement strategies work best for you. So there are ways where maybe you can send copies of similar emails, maybe 2 or 3 copies of the same text, same content of the email, and you'd get to see which email was opened more, which email had a better response rate, and you can decide which wording of the email better suits your requirements. So sales engagement helps in deciding that as well. Now, a sales cadence typically looks something like this. So you have your pipeline, which is denoted by this beautiful curvy pipeline here. And then you have something in your mind that whenever you get a fresh new lead, the first day you'll target that person via some channel. If that person is responsive enough, then you'll target on maybe the third day or the second day. But if that person is not responsive enough, maybe you'll try to target that person on the fourth day. And then channels also vary. Sometimes you might be calling them, actually calling them to have the follow up of your needs, their requirements. Maybe you'll send them an email, maybe you'll send them an SMS, maybe sometimes these days with social media on the go, sometimes people want to follow them on various social media channels. So this is what sales cadences will help you do. You just design which email needs to be sent on day one. You create that email template and create that cadence. So whenever a lead is created and it is added to the cadence, day one, the email will be short. You do not need to actually go open the email composer and send that email. And based on what response that email gets, either it is opened, replied, not opened, you can decide what to do next. So this is the capability of sales cadence inside Salesforce. We'll get to see that in a minute. First, we'll see how to configure sales cadences in your Salesforce org. So even if you have purchased a valid license of sales cadences, you won't be able to see Salesforce sales engagement features. yet. You need to configure it before you start working on it. So let's see how to configure that. So this is how the setup of Salesforce looks like. What you'll have to do is in the quick search panel here, you type sales engagement in the quick find component. You'll type sales engagement and you'll be able to see something called as sales engagement settings in here. You'll click on it, and this kind of a dialog box appears. Excuse me. Excuse me for that. So what you'll do is once you are inside sales engagement settings, you'll click on setup and enable sales engagement. You'll click on that button. Mm, and this kind of a screen will appear to you. So you have already turned on sales engagement. Then you probably will scroll a bit down, and there is a permission set that already exists inside Salesforce. You'll have to just assign it to the user you want access given to sales engagement features. So if you read here, there is a permission set called sales engagement quick cadence creator, and a couple of other permission sets associated with sales engagement. You'll have to assign those permission sets to the user that you intend to give access to sales engagement. Then you'll need to add sales engagement to page layout and list views. So I'll just open one of the leads to show you what that exactly means. So this is the sales engagement component that we need access given to your users. So this needs to be on the page. We'll take a look at this in a minute. Similarly, we need to configure the contact pages and the account pages if you want engagement to be visible inside contacts and accounts. Then we have something called as cadence settings, where you'll change the cadence target assignees, the people who needs to assign, maybe if there is a task or a calling task, maybe, so whom this task needs to be assigned, that you can configure here, and the related objects of cadences and similar settings that we have inside these. We also can configure how to track performance and success by using dashboards and some custom report types. So you can read over all these settings and give permission with the permission set to whoever needs access to the Salesforce cadences. Along with that, we have some minor settings as well, which probably you will need access to. So inside email, you have something called as email integration and Einstein Activity Capture. So we'll be using Einstein Activity Capture and we'll be demoing you maybe at the end of this demo. So it will be good if you integrate your email, be it Microsoft or Google or any other. Integrate your email in here so that cadences can take use of your email and shoot emails automatically with your configuration inside Salesforce cadences. So we'll be looking at Einstein Activity Capture in a while later. Then, if you have your telephony configured, you can do it inside Salesforce and start your calling from Salesforce itself. So CTI could be integrated with Salesforce. If you want to do that, you could do it from here. And then you can give access to your video chat channels, video meet channels, Microsoft Teams or any other available. You can link it here. And then you have a guide to properly train you, properly address your confusions, your issues inside Salesforce engagements. So these are a quick 4 or 5 settings that you must do inside Salesforce before starting using Salesforce sales engagement. Now let's get back to our deck, to our slides. So this was how you configure sales cadences or sales engagement inside Salesforce before you actually start working on sales cadences. Now what we'll do is we'll look at how you create sales cadences inside Salesforce. So I'll go back to our Salesforce. So this is what sales engagement app looks like. and there are a few features inside here, few options that you can choose from. So you have the home page in here, where you'll be able to see some metrics in a bird's eye view: close deals, plan my accounts, grow relationships. This can be customized. You can see all these metrics in the home page. You have the work queue for you. So this is what we were talking about, the priority of the people you need to target. So if you can see my screen, I'll just zoom it a bit. The priority has these names prioritized based on lead score. So higher the lead score, the higher that person will be visible, and it will be visible at the top. So you can see even it mentions how many days it has been that you have last contacted this person. So work queue is an important feature inside Salesforce sales engagement, which helps you prioritize your work. Then we have the standard Salesforce objects, leads, contacts, accounts, tasks which get created using cadences. It could be tasks that maybe you need to call this person, and that could be a calling task. So tasks we have in the sales engagement app in here. We also have cases. When support team needs to take care of some of the issues, cases will be available here. We have the opportunities to track the live deals, the calendar to take a look at the meeting schedules and stuff. You can have your email templates created here, which could be used in sales cadences. Then we have the cadence option, which we'll be looking at right now. We also have call scripts. So I'll just open one of the call scripts. This is an interesting feature. So for example, if I need to call somebody right now, call one of my prospective customers right now, and interact with that person. So maybe that person could be somebody who has shown interest in buying my product or buying my services, and I need to call that person and talk in a certain way. So I have a guideline, a proper helper here in the form of a call script, which I can refer to while talking to that person. So this call script says that I need to introduce myself, my title, and my company here. Mention that their name came across my desk as someone researching my product, and offer to act as a resource in their search and to point them in the right direction to save their time. Mention the brand new self-service portal for interested prospects. Let them know my phone number so that in case they need to connect directly with me without the various support channels, they can just call me, and then reiterate my name, my title, and the company name before the call is disconnected. So there are a few things that need to be taken care of while talking to that person. So call scripts is the thing which helps the sales guys, the sales people, the BDRs, the AEs to take care of all the things that they need to talk on the call with that customer, the prospective customer, and this call script will help them do that. So you can create as many call scripts as you want, and it depends on which one to open on which kind of a call. Then we have reports and dashboards, which we'll be looking at in the engagement section in the analytics way. And then we have record collections and maps light, which we'll be taking a look at sometime later. So I'll open cadences here. What you can do is open cadences, click on cadences, and open the cadence that you want to work on. I'll probably use this cadence. Mm, which was already prepared for you, but I'll add a few steps inside just to show you how to do that. So whenever you start creating a cadence, you'll be shown two ways to create cadences. One is the classic way, and another is a newly launched way. I've chosen the classic way to create cadences. So this is how classic way is visible to you. You can add your steps. So in here, the first step is to make a call. The call script that I've chosen is interested prospects introduction, and this step starts immediately after a record. A prospective customer is added into the cadence. So as soon as a cadence is added, it will give a call. If you have telephony integration, it will arrange that call for you, and you can take a look at your work queue and decide on what priority to call at, and take help of the call script. So this was the first step, and based on what happens in this first step, you also have the other steps lined for you. So if the call result was a meaningful correct, If it was a meaningful connect, what you'll do is, if it was a meaningful connect, it guides us to a custom step, which will create a task to update lead to get connected, lead status to connected, and it will happen immediately after. So this was the step if the call was a meaningful connect. And if it was not a meaningful connect, it will send an automated email based on an email template. So this was what we were talking about. You can have variations in the content of the demo, in the content of the email that you send. So we have attached two email templates in here. One is called test, the other is called hot lead demo. We have given 50-50 bifurcation. Maybe you want to add another one in here. So maybe I'll probably add test again. Just for the sake of this demo, maybe it would be KD test. And you want a split of 34, 33, 36, 30, 33, 33, 34%. Or you want to remove the variant or change the percentage mix. So you can do it from here. And this will let you know what is the open rate of the different email content that you send, and based on that you can decide which email template works best for you and carry on with that templates. And in future probably you won't need these three email variations. This step also happens immediately after the previous step. And then if this automatic email is not opened, so we have the listener component here, which will listen for 3 days. It will wait for 3 days until the email is sent. And once the prospective customer engages with this email, it will carry on with the further steps. But there is a time limit for a year, which I've configured for 3 days. So only when an email is sent, it will wait for 3 days, and even if the person opens the email on the fourth day, the follow up step will not be taken. So if the email is opened within 3 days, it will make a call on day three of the email opening act. So this was what I had designed for you. Maybe in if the email was not opened in 3 days, I want another action scheduled in here. Maybe what we'll do is maybe we can add a task here, a custom step. It could be called meeting invitation. Maybe you want them to join a meeting, maybe a virtual meeting, maybe a in-person meeting. So I want a task to be created for my reps to schedule an in-person meeting with that person, maybe call that person and schedule a in-person meeting, and I'll click on save. So that step got added. So based on what kind of follow-ups you want, based on what kind of response you get from the prospective customer, you can design your cadences this way. One feature that I'd like to show you is that in the actions we have screen flow as well. So many of you might already be using flows inside Salesforce. So all the capabilities that a screen flow can do can be added in here. A screen flow can be attached inside a cadence, and you can make use of flows inside cadence as well. Apart from flows, we have call action, which we just saw, email action, which is automated and manual, which we also saw. And you can create your email templates as many as you want to be used inside this component. Then we have a custom step, which generally creates a task for one of your reps, and then a screen flow. I'll click on back. We'll look at the rule. So this is about a call result. So if you select that, it will ask you to select which kind of a call result are you talking about. So you'll select an appropriate call result and go ahead with whatever you want. So we have configured this up above. So this was the call result which we were talking about. If maybe that person connects the call, it goes in yes. If it does not connect the call, it goes inside the no path. And in the end, we have something called as a listener, which will patiently wait maybe for 3 days, 4 days, 1 week, 10 days, whichever you choose. It will wait for that person to open the email. And once that person opens the email, it will take the appropriate action that you mentioned. So this was about how to create Salesforce cadences inside sales engagement feature of Salesforce. So what you'll do is you will probably activate this cadence if you want, or keep on editing until you have done your follow-up path. And we have cadence rules in here, which define the exit criteria of that prospective customer from this cadence. So if the call result is a meaningful connect, you want the person's name to come out of this cadence, you just toggle this to on. Or if it is not interested, you toggle this to on if you want that person to come out of this cadence if the call result is not interested. So you can take that customer, that prospective customer, out of the cadence by selecting any of these toggles to make it on, and that person will come out of the cadence if this is what is the call result. So this was about cadences. If any of you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A box. My team here, Vivek and I, and others with us in this webinar, other colleagues of mine will be answering your questions. So what I'll do now is I'll probably go inside the lead again. And now you can probably make better sense of this sales engagement feature. So I'll quickly hover on these icons here. So you can see that this lead did not receive any call yet. That this lead did not receive any email yet from the cadences. The email replies were not received yet for this lead. This lead had not even opened any links that you had sent or any unique emails that you had sent. So no engagement whatsoever. But if in case you start engaging with your leads, you maybe call them, you maybe send emails, that person replies you back. So the counters will rise, and this is where you will be able to see how this person has engaged with you through whatever channels. So we were talking about multiple channels that you make use of to contact a customer, and it's hard to find out what you have done exactly and which channel you have used to communicate with this lead. So this is where you will find out. So maybe you could have called this person twice. So this icon will show two below. Maybe if you have sent maybe multiple mails, multiple messages to this person, so it will show the counter appropriately. There is a button called add to cadence. So maybe this person is not yet in any of the cadences. So what you'll do is you'll just click on add to cadence and select the cadence that you want this person to be in and click on save. So it could be call first cadence or any, and assign target to whoever you want to record owner, which means the owner of this lead record could be the owner of whatever tasks or call records it generates. It could be me, my user, or it could be any other sales engagement user. And you click on add. So the cadences will start working on this lead based on what you have designed as a follow up. Then we have Einstein scoring. So we'll take a look at how this score has been zeroed in on. So the score is 65, pretty decent score as far as Einstein scoring goes. So how does it decide if this has been configured with if this lead has a budget? Yes, it does. So it will score a bit up. Lead source is specified. Yes, it is. So the score will go up slightly up. Is the company specified? Yes, it is. So the score will again go a bit up. And there is one negative for this lead in its scoring, that the title is sales executive. So Einstein scoring expects somebody from the higher management to appear in your records. So once maybe someone from the higher authorities is in your leads, it will score it a bit up and score a bit more. And from here itself, you can send maybe a manual email or call that person if you have a telephony integrated in your Salesforce. So this was about the components of sales engagement and Einstein scoring. Now we'll take a look at the to-do list. So we had the work queues. Here, you just ranked your priority customers up above based on lead score, Einstein score, opportunity score. Uh, your priority leads were visible top up above. We also have to-do list. This is where your maybe some tasks that need not be necessarily inside the work queues. You just need to take a note of what you need to do maybe down the line in next 10 days, this week, next week. So this is where your to-do list is visible, and you can have your to-do list up in any of the record pages, not just leads. So you can add it in your contacts, in your account page, in your opportunity page, anywhere you name it, and you can have them up in there. Mm. We also have telephony setup in here. So if you have your call setup regarding these customers, so you can call them directly from this page. I'll come back to leads. Mm. So yeah, this lead has a lead score of 77. So you can see the previous lead was exec. So it was scored low in some features, some parameters, but this lead is VP of sales. So it has scored higher and it is above 75 in here. But also you can see the engagement in here. You can see that 3 calls have been made to this person, and this person was last engaged 14 days ago, and the 3 call recordings are available in the files. So if you have telephony integrated in your system, you can have the call recording stored inside Salesforce as well. So in case if you need to take a look at those call recordings back again before you have a fourth round of discussion with this lead, you can take a look at these call recordings, probably listen to them again, and take a call on what you want to discuss next, and prepare your maybe call script or maybe your email template based on that. Now I'll move to sales engagement analytics. So we have configured a few standard dashboard widgets in here. So leads in sales cadence are 47, contacts in sales cadence 48, leads converted from sales cadence 0. So this is the number that probably the higher authorities will be taking a closer look at. Currently it's 0, but since cadences begin use, the sales reps start using the cadences, this number will start rising and it will show a drastic improvement in the conversion pipeline. And then the other analytics as well, email sent per month, calls made per month. So just because this is a demo org, the numbers are low, but once you start inculcating Salesforce Cadence's sales engagement features, this analytics will rise up and show you how efficient it is. Most engaged sales cadences, so this will show you which of your sales cadences is giving you a better result, so maybe you can fine tune the other cadences based on that. Top performing call scripts, so this was what your AI features, your automation features inside sales engagement help you in your targeted engagement, targeted follow-ups of your sales pipeline. So this will give you the top performing scripts which help you convert your customers, and then you can take a call of how you can refine your call scripts more, how you can refine your training with your sales reps more. Email replies by account and contact will be visible here. Most engaged sales cadence steps. So even the steps, the drill down is to minute level. Even the steps are analyzed based on which step gave you a better response. And then you have the conversion metrics in here, successful calls and emails by sales reps. You have a pretty exhaustive list of analytics in here. You even have your email templates which were most replied. So remember I showed you the three variants of an email template which you can use based on a 50-50 split or a 33-33-34 split, and you'll be able to see which of your email templates worked better. And then this widget shows the meaningful connect of your accounts and contacts. So again, I'd like to remind you that if you have any questions regarding what I've shown you till now, please put it in the Q&A box. Me and my team will help answer those questions. Now I'll come back to Einstein Activity Capture. So Einstein Activity Capture is one feature where maybe you will be sending some emails to your leads, and those guys will be responding to you. So that email communication will be visible inside Salesforce and will reside at one place. So the entire email communication history will be at one place. I have some of my emails sent and some replied to in here. So you can see the first email that was sent. So this email was sent by me from this user to this record called Sanjog Personal. I sent a hi, and from my personal email ID, I replied back with a hi. So the emails sent from Salesforce and their replies are stored at one place inside the activity. You can see one email was sent and there were two replies to it. You also are able to see if an email goes unopened. So this is the email that I had sent this afternoon, but I did not open it on purpose so that we'll be able to see that this email was not opened yet. So whenever you send emails from Salesforce Einstein Activity Capture, uh, will save it inside Salesforce, and you'll be able to see those emails at one place in the activities section of your leads or contacts. So I'll send this email now to this lead, and again it will get captured. So, oh yeah, I missed adding a subject in here, but no issues. The email got logged, and whenever this person that you have sent an email to replies back, you will be able to see the replies somewhat like this. So this had two replies. Whenever this recent email of mine gets a reply, you will be able to see one reply in here. Now, how to configure Einstein Activity Capture? Pretty simple. In the quick find box, you have to search Einstein Activity Capture and go in the settings. So since this is already set up in here, it will not show me to set up at start. But what you need to do is you'll have to add a configuration in here, and then it will guide you to connect your email, connect your calendar. It will ask you to log into your email, be it Microsoft or Gmail. And once this configuration is set up, your email will be connected in Einstein Activity Capture. Mm. I have something to show you. Yep, the emails were shown, the reports and analytics were shown. The previous, the first time that you set this email, so Einstein Activity Capture was set on this fresh developer org today, but I chose to grab the history of the communication between these two emails, the email that I'm using to send from Salesforce and the recipient of this email. The history of that communication can also be grabbed up to 180 days behind in the history. So I connected this Salesforce org today, but I was able to grab email communication right from December, October, September. So I configured it to pick the history of communication of 6 months before today. So that is the reason it grabbed September, October, and December communication between these two emails, my personal email and my official email. And that is a capability of Einstein email capture as well. So you can grab your history of email communication up to 180 days, up to 6 months back in the history from the day you configured Einstein Activity Capture for the first time. So yeah, this is another brilliant feature which helps you in your sales engagement processes. So I guess you all might have had an interesting session today. You all might have had a bit to learn today. So you all might have some questions as well. So if you have any questions, you must have put it in the Q&A box. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, you all can bring that up. So we had the live demo of sales cadence, Einstein Activity Capture was shown. We have the third poll now. While you put
Yeah,
your while you
yeah.
put your questions in the Q&A box, we'll put the third poll up for you. So which sales engagement feature do you find most valuable that was shown today? Sales cadences, work queues, automated email and call logging. Which feature, which of these three features that you just saw was more interesting according to you? So please select an appropriate answer. Meanwhile, I'll request Vivek. Have we answered most of the questions, or do we need to bring any of the questions up for discussion?
I think I will just end this poll and I will take this question. This is an interesting question which is there. And I expected like, yeah, someone to ask this question. So let me read the question. So I will end this poll. I think thanks for doing this poll, and I will take this question. So basically, it's a very interesting question. Like, how is account engagement part or different from the sales engagement? And yeah, if someone is working on the marketing side, this question will come because if someone is sending emails, we are talking about a very similar concept of sending series of emails. Can sales engagement be replaced? Probably part of. So essentially, both the tools are equally important in terms of converting an opportunity, like finally getting a sales done. But those are both the products are used at different stage of the sales life cycle. So basically, Pardot, which is like a B2B business product for B2B business email marketing, is used to capture your leads and nurture them. Try to get a relevant lead. Basically, you're sending a series of emails and then someone responds. That's like a new prospect for you, basically, whom you can hand over to the salesperson. And that salesperson is essentially going to use the sales cadence, sales engagement, to further nurture it to convert to an opportunity. So they are, both are getting used at different stages. So Pardot is used by a marketing team to get to a point where a salesperson can start looking into it. So we can say like Pardot is used for marketing, and when that is done, that is where the sales engagement comes in, and it simplifies the workload, simplifies the process of the salesperson to finally convert it to an opportunity through this series of steps. Yeah.
We had a pretty knowledgeable audience in here. They were probably thinking if this feature of Salesforce could replace Pardot. But yeah, we have a good experience of Vivek handy in here, who had a quick comparison of both the tools of Salesforce. Any more questions, Vivek, that we want to pick up?
I think we are good. I think the product itself is quite self-intuitive, and people would easily be understanding like how it is used. So yeah, thanks for bringing this question. And yeah, if you have any other questions, you can reach out to us. Thanks for joining.
Yep.
Sanju, if you
So
don't have anything, okay.
yeah, so I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who were part of us, a part of this demo, part of this webinar. So you can reach out to us at team at cloudcacheconsulting.com, or the phone number that we have in case you need any more help in Salesforce cadences or any other Salesforce feature. So thank you so much for attending this webinar. We were pleased to have you, and maybe we'll have another round of webinar and hope to see you back again. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thanks,
Vivek, for
Sanju.
this webinar.
Thanks, Sanju. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.